And continuous breaking updates coming in. The latest that we're learning is that government sources have informed that India may consider alternative payment mechanisms for exporters if the Russia-Ukraine conflict continues for long. And that's the latest, in fact, that we're learning. Government considering mulling alternative payment mechanism for exporters if the crisis continues for long, and key trade sectors such as gems and jewelry face a problem in international cash transfer as well. So the government there mulling for alternative payment mechanism as well, this in wake of the conflict which continues as well. Crispino, what more details can you share with us?
Yes, India's planning containment measures at this point of time, and that's what you've rightly broken out on the broadcast, and we can see the images on our screens as well. Fast-paced developments coming in here on day 13 of the war against Ukraine by Russia. We're breaking you the latest information. Now, the other information that we're also tracking for you right now is that the British raising company, Quattrelli Simons, has stopped cooperation with Russian and Belarusian universities because of the war in Ukraine. So there is a lot of effects, ripple effects throughout the world here. Also, we're learning right now is that Prime Minister Modi is likely to chair a Union Cabinet meeting as well tomorrow. That all eyes will be on that as well due to the war which has been escalating. And remember, Indian students are also stuck in Sumy, and what we also learned a while earlier is that the first batch of civilians were allowed to pass that fusion after after announcement of that ceasefire by Russia today. We're looking at the evacuation of citizens, not just in Sumy, but also in Volnovakha and Mariupol, where citizens are still held hostage there by the militants, according to the officials there of the Donetsk Republic. We're looking at fast-paced developments all through the day today.
Mykolaiv, a region in the southern part of Ukraine, is one such region which is badly battered by the Russian forces' continuous offensive. Russian forces have reportedly opened fire on the Black Sea city of Mykolaiv with 500,000 of population. A local resident who shot this video said that he was woken up by the sound of bombing at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. 15 minutes later, he said that the windows in his apartment were blown out, and then a few minutes later, there was a direct hit on his building.
Начинается не с кофе, у меня вот окна повылетали.
As he recounts the terror, he said it felt like all 5 floors of his building collapsed all of a sudden. The humanitarian crisis is deepening with Russian forces' continuous offensive. Food, water, heating and medicine grew increasingly scarce in what the country condemned as a medieval-style siege by Moscow to batter it into submission. Agency report for Republic TV.
What I can tell you is that it suits Putin's agenda to try to characterize this as a struggle between the West and Russia. And it suits his agenda to say that the UK, that we in NATO countries are anti-Russian, or European countries are now anti-Russian. And it's very, very, very important that we get the message over that we're not anti-Russian. We're not against Russians. Our quarrel is simply with the regime and the aggression of Vladimir Putin.